Hello, and welcome to the very first devlog for our new game. The idea behind this game is simple, yet has a lot of potential for expansion. The goal is to collect the right color. When the correct color is collected, the timer increases, but be careful because collecting the wrong color will cause you to lose time. And since the timer is always ticking down, you will need to move quickly. In this video, I will be explaining how the game was made, starting with the player controller, which was developed by Andrew. The player controller in this game is simple. The player is just a circle that moves around, so the first thing Andrew did was install Unity's input system package. After that, he created a basic input action asset to handle movement with a Vector 2 input. Next, Andrew created a new object called Player, and added a circle sprite as a child so the player would be visible in the game. He then added the player input component to the player object, making it easy to connect the input actions to the script. He also added a 2D circle collider and set it as a trigger to detect when the player touches an object to collect it. Before moving to the player controller script, Andrew tagged the player object with the player tag. Then he created a script called player controller and attached it to the player object. The script is fairly simple. Andrew set up a few variables for acceleration, max speed, and movement damping, then created a function to get the movement input using the input actions. In the fixed update function, Andrew used the input variable, multiplying it by acceleration, delta time, and damping to calculate the player's velocity. After that, he clamped the velocity to the max speed and updated the player's position based on that velocity. Finally, he connected the input function to the player inputs and tested the movement. With the player working, let's now talk about the collectible color dots. For the collectibles, Andrew created a new object called Collectible Dot and added a circle sprite. Then, he created a script called Collectible and added it to the collectible object. In the script start function, he added a rigid body 2D and a circle collider 2D to the collectible. When the player touches the collectible, the player controller script calls the onCollected function in the collectible script. The collectible checks if it's the right color and awards time based on whether it's correct or not. Next, I will quickly go over some other aspects of the game. First is the color controller script. This handles the player's current color and when to change it. Then, there's the Collectible Spawner script. This one spawns collectibles over time for the player to collect. Finally, there's the game controller script. This manages the timer, keeps track of the score, and handles pausing and resuming the game. With all these scripts in place, the prototype is now complete. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next devlog where I will talk about adding polish and overhauling the UI that Andrew has built.